Hey guys, welcome to another video of mine, KemalAA, and this is a Chelsea transfer news video where I keep you guys up to date with all the latest transfer news regarding Chelsea. And in this Chelsea transfer news, I've got one huge story, and also I'm going to give you an update on current contract situation. Players of Pedro signing a brand new contract. That will be in the second part of the video. The first part of the video does regard Wilfred Zaha potentially signing for Chelsea. But before I do get into it, I've created a fantasy league team on the Premier League app. Now obviously it's not sponsored or anything, but I've seen a lot of YouTubers do it. I've just got into it and I found it quite interesting. Obviously it's a week before the start of the season exactly. I've created my own PL fantasy team. I've got it right now. The code is up right here. The league is called KemalAA, literally my YouTube channel name, and then there's the code. I'll also have the code and the link in the description below as well in the comment section. It'd be an honour and I would appreciate it a lot if you could join my league. And I want to see how many of you I can get there on my league if you haven't joined another league already. But without further ado, let's get straight into it. Now, regarding the Wilfred Zaha situation, I've seen a lot of reporters and publications report this. Now, there is strong interest from Tottenham Hotspur, but it seems as though Chelsea are leading the interest. That is according to the Express and also Sky Sports. Now, Chelsea have started to lead the race for Crystal Palace star Zaha, with Tottenham moving away from the deal now and targeting the likes of Grealish plus Cook instead. Now, basically, my source did tell me that there hasn't been a transfer request from Zaha yet, but the likes of Chelsea are persuading Zaha to put in a transfer request, so the valuation of Zaha will decrease, because obviously you don't want to keep an unhappy player at your club. But at this moment in time, my sources confirmed to me that there has not been real contact between Chelsea and Crystal Palace. But when I mean contact, there has been discussions, but there hasn't been ongoing negotiations so far. Obviously, Chelsea have reportedly put in a bid. This is according to Sky Sports, £30 million plus any drink water for Wilfred Zaha, but Crystal Palace have turned that down, rightfully so. Chelsea do value Danny Drinkwater around 30 million, so that's about a £60 million bid in total. However, Crystal Palace do value Wilfred Zaha around 70 to 75 million pounds, which is a lot of money. However, in today's market for a star quality player as Wilfred Zaha, that is quite reasonable if you ask me. Now, basically, a reliable Sky Sports journalist, Michael Bridge, as I get up here right now, confirmed early that Tottenham are out the deal for Zaha. So basically, there was obviously, like I just mentioned now, Tottenham were also interested in getting Zaha, but like my source reported, they're more interested in getting the likes of Grealish and Cook. However, some guy called Danny Griffiths did report that Spurs, if Spurs can go for Maya, then maybe Zaha is coming to Tottenham, because obviously Tottenham might get to Zaha before Chelsea. However, Michael Bridge, as you can see, this is a reliable Sky Sports report, did confirm that Zaha will not be going to Tottenham. So that does mean there's only one real proper club interested in the likes of Zaha. So you're probably wondering, so everything is set, you know, Chelsea the only club interested, that means it's not going to be high competition, meaning the valuation price is not going to keep rising, and Chelsea need the right winger, so everything's looking good. However, there are a couple of stumbling blocks. Now, the first one is basically the Crystal Palace remain tightly gripped on Wilfred Zaha. Now, obviously, this is obvious, you know, they want to keep Zaha. Zaha is the main reason as to why Crystal Palace stayed up last season. 100% it was due to Wilfred Zaha's fantastic performances, phenomenal performances. If you remember, they didn't score a goal in the first 7 games. Wilfred Zaha came back from injury and he completely transformed that Crystal Palace team and kept them up. So obviously they're going to be tightly gripped on Wilfred Zaha and not allowing him any chance to join Chelsea as it stands. However, my sources confirmed to me they will take a major breakthrough to allow anything to advance, but at the moment nothing's going to happen, because obviously Willian did hold talks with Maurizio Sarri today, and the talks were very positive. Maurizio Sarri does actually want Willian to stay. So as my source told me, same goes with Morata. Morata changed his number from number 9 to 29 because of his twins who were born on the 29th of July a few days ago, and basically it means that unless a massive insane offer comes in for Alvaro Morata or Willian, will not be getting any replacements, which is another stumbling block as to why I think that it will struggle to get Wilfred Zaha. Plus, put onto the fact there's only 5 days left of the transfer window, it's going to be very, very hard to be able to lure Wilfred Zaha to Chelsea. Obviously, Crystal Palace really want to keep him, they're desperate to keep him. My sources confirmed to me also that Morata and Willian are both going to be probably staying unless a ridiculous offer comes in. And also, there's only about 5 days, and you know how long Mourinho Squad takes with negotiations, so we're going to struggle on that front. However, there is still a glimmer of hope. Chelsea have been in for a right winger for a very, very long time. It does depend on Willian, and obviously, like I mentioned in the second part of this video, Pedro signing contract does mean that Pedro will obviously be definitely staying. That means if Willian does not move, we will not be signing a right winger. However, I do value Wilfred Zaha very highly. I think he's very, very underrated. What he did for Palace last season was phenomenal and incredible. I don't think it could be repeated. I think people overlook him because he's English and he plays for Crystal Palace. I think it'd be fantastic so if we do pull him off. He's got so many attributes and skills that many players lack. He's very, very underrated, like I mentioned. I think I'd love to see him in Chelsea, and I think he would do bits in the Chelsea shirt. But like I said, there are many stumbling blocks for the deal, and I think we're going to struggle to sign, especially with the length of the time this transfer window. The fact that Willian looks set to save positive talks off with Sarri, save goes with Morata, and also the fact that Crystal Palace is their star man, their best player. They're not going to sell easily, meaning it's going to take time to negotiate, and like I said, we only have a limited amount of time in this transfer window. Now, the second part of this transfer window does regard Pedro signing a brand new one-year extension. Now, obviously, it basically was announced by the club early this morning. Chelsea announced it on their Twitter and Instagram, stating that Pedro has signed a one-year extension, which will take it up to 2020. Now, if you ask me, I think this is a very, very good bit of business. Now, you know, tying up to a brand new deal. Yes, he is 31, and that's the reason why he only got a one-year contract. But he's had a very, very good pre-season, been one of our best players this season. And obviously, him playing that beautiful attacking style on the Pep Guardiola 2011-2012 season Barcelona. Yes, it was many years ago. He was in his prime then, but he's he flourishes in the attacking system. And I think now that we've got Mauricio Sarri as a manager, he can definitely get the best out of Pedro like he was a few years ago. And he'll only go upwards from here. He'll definitely be better than last season. And I think he can get the best out of Pedro. And he's a very, very good, reliable backup option. Now, I wouldn't get him to start, but be a fantastic backup option for right winger. If Willian does start, or if we do get Zaha, Pedro would be perfect for that super sub. Or if they get injured, same Callum Hudson-Odoi on that left-hand side, backup for Hazard. I think it's a good bit of business. You know, it increases the squad depth. We keep more players, and like I said, I think it's a great bit of business. But leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think it's a good bit of business? Do you realistically think we can get Zaha? How do you rate Zaha? Do you rate him as a good player? Do you think we can pull it off? And yeah, don't forget to join my fantasy league team. It is in the description. The league name is KemalAA. Just enter the code, which I already have. I'll have it up again now. It's also in the description and in the comment section. I want to see as many of you there as possible. It'd be fantastic. But you only have until the start of this season to join. So join as quick as you can. And subscribe to my channel if you're new. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I upload. Like this video if you did enjoy this. And don't forget to comment down below. And I'll see you for the next video. Peace.